what if my sibling wants to buy the house? That's a scenario we've encountered a few times, and it can get a little complicated. So, hey guys, I'm Brad with GeorgiaProbateResource.com and ArborViewHomebuyers.com. We are a real estate solutions company. We can either buy your house quick for cash, or we can help you list it out on the open market. And then Georgia Probate Resource is just sort of a big resource of information to hopefully help you through the probate process. So thanks again for checking out this video. So we've dealt with this quite a bit. Where one of the siblings, let's say there were some siblings and they've inherited mom or dad's house, or mom and dad's house, and one of them wants to buy the house. Well, that can get a little complicated, and more times than not, one of the siblings really never can get the money together or get their situation together to buy it. So before you get started and before you let that person move into the house, and maybe they're already living in the house, you really want to vet them to make sure that they can actually get the funds together, whether that's through financing or through cash or whatever, to be able to buy this house. Because I can't tell you how many situations where we have had to, I don't want to use the word evict, but we've had to get one of the siblings out of the house because they kept saying they were going to buy it, and they kept dragging it out and dragging it out and dragging it out. And the other siblings sort of got upset with it and said, look, I just want to be done with this. I want my portion of the money, and I want to be done with this. And the other sibling is sort of making it more complicated for everybody else. So make sure that your sibling has the means to be able to buy the house. They're going to have to get approved for a mortgage if they're going to finance it. They're going to have cash to put as a down payment. The estate is going to have to sell the house to the sibling, so you're going to have to transfer that title in the appropriate manner, especially if they're going to get a mortgage on it, because you can't just do a quick claim deed. And don't do a quick claim deed. Like, don't let anyone tell you to do that. Make sure you go through a real estate attorney and that they properly do this for you, because I can't tell you how many situations where we've had to unwind bad quick claim deeds that were done improperly or not done the right way, and it wasn't valid. So we've had to sort of unwind all of that. So make sure that you're going through a real estate attorney to do that for you. It doesn't really cost that much money to do it. Plus, if they're getting a mortgage, they're going to want to go through a title company anyways, or a real estate attorney, to make sure that there's a proper title search done and that title is transferred properly. So make sure that if they do want to do it, you're just vetting them out just like you would any other buyer. And if you don't want to mess with that at all, we've dealt with this a lot where we're buying a house with a family member in place. Crazy story. We bought one over the summer from a former stepsister of the heir. So that was pretty crazy. A guy inherited a house from his dad. His dad was married, obviously at one point was married to this guy's mom, and then his dad split up from her and then got remarried to another woman, and in which case the guy we spoke to now has a stepsister. Stepsister lived in the house with dad and mom, and then dad and mom split up, and then stepsister still lived in the house after dad and mom split up and got divorced, and then dad got with a new lady and they got married. So now former stepsister is still living in the house with her former stepdad and his new wife, and then dad dies, wife moves out, former stepsister is still in the house, and stepbrother, or former stepbrother I should say, which was dad's son, wants to sell this house. He doesn't even live in Georgia, sells us the house, and then we have to get stepsister out of the house. And that was a doozy of a deal. That was interesting. So there's some, if you think your situation's crazy, we've probably dealt with crazier, we've dealt with some crazy situations. So if you have a sibling that wants to buy the house, just make sure that they can legitimately buy it, bottom line. So thanks again for checking out this video. Again, I'm Brad with GeorgiaProbateResource.com and ArborViewHomebuyers.com. We're a real estate solutions company. If you have a house that you want to sell, You can click on our website, either of our websites, fill out the web form. A member of our team will be in touch with you as soon as possible, and we'll have to ask you a few questions, figure out your situation and the circumstances, and we can tailor the solution to best fit your specific scenario, and then we'll go from there. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Have a nice day.